Okay, welcome back to the channel. Now, before this video begins, I want to make it very clear I am in no way affiliated or sponsored by Poizon. I love them. I genuinely love the app. I think it's fantastic. Here in China, I can buy my shoes when I have to pay resell, when I don't get them on sneakers. I get them like pretty much next day delivery via this app. It's incredible. The process is incredibly smooth, so I love that side of it. But what I'm checking out today is the legit checking that you will see when you're on the Poizon app on the US version, or the Western version, I should say. So I'm going to be putting it through its paces, because who better to do that than someone who has access to the best ones that are available. I see on other videos, I see people putting some kind of run-of-the-mill fakes through the applications, through check and legit check and all of that stuff. I also see people doing real versus fake with fake pairs that are subpar. I don't know if they have an agenda at play and they're trying to make the retails look better or what. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they just don't have access to the best ones, or maybe they're just ignorant that there are better ones available. But I'll speak about myself. I won't focus on them. So I'm going to today put it through its paces. I'm going to put the real pair and the fake pair through the app. I think the turnaround time is half an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be longer. It might be an hour. I don't know, but we'll get into that shortly. First, let's have a look at the features of the app. I think it's fantastic. So as you scroll through the app, you can see that you've got multiple options of shoes. You can even do watches, different fashion items. If you have an item of fashion that you want to check out and make sure that it's legit, there's a very good chance that it's going to be available and can be assessed via the Poizon app. So it says that it does it through a mixture of AI and real person authentication with a very quick turnaround. I don't know if they're still China based. Obviously it's a Chinese company originally, but they seem to be pushing the brand all over the place now. You'll see them on like sponsored content and all over Instagram, for example. So I think they must have offices overseas by now, but how they get that quick turnaround, I don't know. It's pretty impressive. So I imagine AI is taking on the bulk of it, with people maybe doing a last minute check over it. Don't know, couldn't tell you. I'd be lying if I said I knew how they did it, but I've had my fair share of fakes through my hands. I think that's fair to say, thousands of pairs. But we're not here to talk about that. What we are going to do is get these top quality versions and compare them and see if the app can get it. And look, I said I'm not sponsored, but I do love the app. I'll be honest, man, if these things fail, if it thinks the retails are fake and the fakes are real, I'll tell you. I'm not going to cover anything up here because I don't owe them anything. So let's find out together, shall we? First up, let's have a look at this pair. First pair that I'm throwing at this app is the What the Clots. Quite a challenge, to be fair. This is a remarkably close fake. I'm going to have to be careful in the photos not to include the Poizon tag, because there's going to be bias if it picks up on that. But for your benefit, you can see clearly the real pair on the right and the fake pair on the left. Real pair with the Poizon tags. I compared them side by side. So let's get into it. We'll follow the process. We'll take all the necessary photos that Poizon requires. I won't do this for every single shoe. This video. I'm just showing you what it needs for the first pair, after which we'll speed things up a bit as we check out some more different shoes. So first up, the fake pair, and it got it right. It failed based on what it calls midsole stitching. It's not the midsole, that's the strobel, but sure, midsole stitching. I would call the sidewall stitching, but whatever. It got it, and you can see the real pair on the right, fake pair on the left. I cannot see any discernible difference. I don't know how it got that based on that. Maybe the strobel board, maybe different material rather than the stitch. The real pair, it didn't get it right away based off these images. It asked for additional pics. It asked for more midsole stitching from the other shoe, so I provided that. Interesting that it didn't get it right away. So we'll take a photo of the stitching on the other shoe, see if that helps, see if it gets it. I think we'll test this theory out, but I think it's quick to find fakes, but maybe not as quick to find legits. It needs a double check, and I will confirm that suspicion when we do the next pair, see if the same thing happens. So we'll start with a real pair on the next shoes. We'll start with the real instead of fake, then real. We'll do real first. Let's see if that helped. That's a pass. It got it. So far, 2 for 2. It recognized the fake clots and it got the legit clots. Let's move on now to a more of a challenge. I think this one is incredibly close. I think it's going to struggle with these. Thankfully, I know which one is the real one. Looking at it now on the screen, the real pair is on the left, fake on the right. But man, they look the same. They really look the same. A big tell for these is that the fake pair doesn't have glow-in-the-dark soles. The real pair does. Everything else on the shoes is pretty damn close. The laces haven't been done nicely in the bags. They're just loose on the fake pair, but everything else, man, the toe box shape, the stitching on the outside, the overall look and feel of the shoe, incredibly similar. Again, I've done a review on these if you want to see the comparison. Let's see how the Poizon app handles this, and let's see if my theory is correct that it's going to struggle. So real pair first. Yes, it's saying incomplete images, and look how many images I shared. I shared a bunch here. This pair actually did have the date stamp on the box. What the clots didn't when it asked for that, but that wasn't an issue. It got it off the stitching. So it wants more photos. It wants photos of the box label. It wants more midsole action and insoles and dates. We're going to take all the pictures that it asks for and let's see what happens. I think it's going to struggle, man. This is the real pair. For your reference, definitely put the real pair first here. It's asking to see the outsole again. Let's see. Okay, so it got the real pair. How about this fake pair? We'll throw this fake pair at it and see how it handles it. Now, I already said, like, they're so similar, man. And if it's just images alone, I think it might struggle. But which element it's gonna choose to be the signifier. I mean, looking at it, I mean, it comes with the wrong packaging. It's got that weird Disney thing going on. There's a stamp up there that says MX or something like that. So, you know, if it's going to use those are dead giveaways. But let's see what it does. And it got it straight away based on the stitching alone. Now, I've got loads of real fake, real fake, real fake, real fake that I could throw at this, but I don't keep my boxes. I just, you know, I don't. But I'd love to throw something like these Yeezys at the app because these are so damn accurate. Even the labels, everything. But again, I didn't keep the boxes. I recycle them. I do my reviews, my real versus fake reviews, my videos, checking out the details, legit checks for you, and then I just get rid of the boxes. So fortunately, Poizon package just arrived. There's the fake albino Preto dunks, and there's the Poizon real pair there. So we'll have a quick look at these. I'll do a separate video comparing the close-up details of these, and I'm going to slice them up and cut them up and see if there's any colors underneath on the fake pair. It looks like there might not be, but fresh out of the box doesn't look too bad. Let's have a look at the Poizon pair. Check out how they've put the laces on that fake pair there, by the way. All on a load of different hang tags. Nike just wouldn't do that. But they look pretty nice. But this is my first time doing this live with you, having a look. So let's see how these compare. Straight away, the boxes. Then, you know, the difference to the touch is very apparent to me. But not everyone has the benefit of having a real and a fake pair right next to each other. It's something that doesn't come up a lot, but it does for me. So I should capitalize on that. Comes with the authentic Nike tags. That's how Nike China sends out their tags. And of course the Poizon tag. Excuse my voice, I just boshed a huge drink down, struggling to contain the belch. So looking at these next to each other, they're pretty damn similar. The feel of the real one is it's much softer, the material's softer. But look at the fake pair, man. It's got that nice consistency on the toe box. The real pair there, it's slightly high on the medial side. Interesting. But what we're gonna do first, look, you can see there's a bit of red underneath that. I'm trying not to get sidetracked because I do want to do this as a separate video. I don't think there's going to be any color under there, but we'll see on the next video. We'll have a look at that. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all that YouTube bollocks that you have to say. Right, let's have a quick look here then. Let's do the fake pair first. We'll do it at high speed so as not to bore you, but just so you can see the process again, and you can see that I take the same quality of photos for both. There's no bias here. I make sure I put the same effort into getting the right nice pictures for the app on both of them. I don't want anyone accusing me of like taking better pictures of one and not of the other or something like that. It doesn't really work like that, because if it needs further images, it will ask you. It'll say need more deets for this. So let's have a look here. It's waiting, and then as soon as I clicked end screen record, it came out with the update. So it got that one right straight away. Actually, it was literally right after I clicked stop record, and it was based on these size labels. Now as we look here, feel free to pause. They look pretty damn similar. I'm gonna have to investigate what it was that it picked up there. It had the right factory code of VH, Vietnam. Product code seemed correct as well. Maybe the QR, maybe it scanned the QR. I don't know. I don't know how it did that. But let's have a look at the real pair. Same process again, sped up because it's you've seen it now. You know how it works. But again, I just want to be extremely thorough on this video. See how it does here. I imagine it's going to be pretty speedy. And again, as soon as I ended record, it came back with the result. Pass. Don't know why it says unable to authenticate when you first click on it, but there you go. This might be a different angle from how I recorded the other day. I don't know. Don't care. It's day 2 because you only get a certain amount of free legit checks, and I couldn't see any option to pay extra for that. Maybe if you're in the US it's different. I was on a UK version of the app, but anyway, I mean, the evidence is there. It speaks for itself. I'm very impressed by the app. It got every single one that I threw at it correct. It asked for additional details on it was the Night of Mischiefs, the retails. It needed extra deets on that, but the fakes, they got it straight away based on the midsole stitching, mostly what it calls a midsole stitching. So the strobel stitch on the inside of your shoe underneath the insole, and for the albino Preto, they got it was the size label, which look very similar to me. I'm going to go back. I took pictures of them. You'll have seen that already, and I'll have done that voiceover already. I'm doing all of this just as I finished wrapping up. So I'll go back and look at that myself to see what the differences were. Maybe it scanned the QR code through the AI. I don't know. But the takeaway from this is that it's a very impressive app, and you don't need all of that flipping and sniffing and all that ridiculous stuff that you'll see on the TikTok videos, all of that stuff. AI is the future, man. Like that quick turnaround. Annoyingly, every time I was screen recording, I didn't want to screen record for too long and then edit it later, so I stopped. But as soon as I stopped, the result came out for most of them, like within minutes. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, good stuff on the app. Stay tuned to the channel. The next video you'll see, I'll be slicing up the I say albino, I don't say albino. Someone will probably pick up on that, but I'm going to be slicing those up on video on the next one on the channel. We'll see if the fake pair has anything underneath. I don't know, looks like it might not, but we'll get into that now. Cheers guys, keep it snidey, see you on the next video. Cheers.